Okay, we're going to do a quick video today on a brace that's known as a cam walker. It's a very commonly used brace for ankle fractures, for ankle sprains, for foot injuries. And so the word cam walker stands for controlled ankle motion. And you can see the person applying the brace, their foot's all the way down inside currently. This is just a general example we're using today. But I want to show you that your toes right here should never be past the end of a cam walker. Otherwise it's ill fit or it's not sized correctly. So we're just using this as a general example to show you that your toes you should see a little bit of this material right here when applying the cam walker. And I should just stop and take a step back and say that this is how Rinella Orthotics and Prosthetics applies these braces in a typical, in a typical way. Typically, I should say. There are other places that you might go to that might tell you to do something slightly different, and you should always listen to the way they're telling you to do it. But if you get a brace from Rinella Orthotics and Prosthetics, then we can help you with this video. So now from here, your heel should be all the way down and back inside the brace. And so one of the ways you check that is by coming back here and checking with your fingers. Do I feel the heel, or is the heel, after checking, is the heel farther forward? It's always very important to make sure the heel is as far back as you can and that the foot is all the way down. Another thing you can do is kind of, if the person doesn't have a severe injury right here, you can kind of press them back using your thumb. So the foot's all the way down and back, so that's a great start with wearing our brace. So now we're going to go ahead and close up just the step one. We're going to close up the padding on the brace. It's all Velcroed. There we go. Great job. The blue thing you see here, we'll talk about in a minute. And we're just going to do our straps. 3 straps are attached, 2 are not. And we'll talk about all of that. So we'll just do the top strap first. In this particular situation, we'll do the top strap first. Here we go. Wonderful job. And pull. Okay, and now we're going to do our shell. We're going to apply our shell. So this is something that we can use for what we believe to be good reasons. One time a patient told us that something fell out of the refrigerator and fell on the top of their foot. Well, if you've already injured your foot in the first place, you probably don't want things falling on it. So this shell will help to kind of protect the anterior part of your leg. As you see, we put it underneath the straps. 2 of the straps are not attached, and we're going to show you how to apply these as well. Now, if you've noticed, if you look right here, this strap has been pulled that way. So now we're going to do this strap, and we're going to pull it the opposite way. Very good. Okay, and we're going to do our last one. We're going to kind of alternate again if we can. So the chafe goes on the other side. Perfectly done. And we're pulling right through again. Every brace that we provide should be worn snug and not loose. Loose braces just don't do you any good. So the benefits of this brace is, we're going to show you from the side here now. There's uprights here, and these uprights are used so you have side-to-side stability. And there's also a rocker bottom on this brace. The rocker bottom is here, and it's a stiff plantar surface. So if you can imagine, if you hurt your foot or you fractured it, you don't want your foot moving around at the fracture site. That would be a bad thing. So that's why that's stiff. The bottom is stiff, but it has a rocker to it, so it kind of helps to facilitate some of the gait pattern. Lastly, what we want to show you is the air valve on this particular brace. It's not always essential that you use it if we provide it, but it can help to fill up the air pocket right here at the ankles. And we have to make sure we watch right here where it says inflate. So we have that valve shut. We're going to fill it up like this. There's no perfect number of presses there. And then what we're going to do is, if you look at it, it's going to tell you deflate. It's actually upside down right now, but if you deflate it, if you listen close, you could have heard some air come out of there. So this is a cam walker. It's a temporarily used brace. You don't use them for the rest of your life. But this is some of the brace application, and we hope that helped you. Key points are to remember that your heel is all the way down and back as much as you can do. If you have a contracture in your foot, then ask us if you have questions on that. We may provide you with some lifts for the bottom of your foot. But mostly your foot is most of the time your foot is all the way down and all the way back inside the brace. Thanks.